Yeah. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to meet you this time. We are going to look on the elements of constructs for biology. Here we go. Yeah, in new curriculum, we have two papers of biology, that is paper 1 and paper 2. And we have 7 elements of constructs, where 5 are assessed in paper 1 and the 2 elements are assessed in paper 2. So, we are going to look about the elements of construct and the areas assessed. Element of construct 1, that is in paper 1, element of constructs. A learner appreciates diversity of living things and sustainability of natural resources. Here we look at the topics of introduction to biology, cells, insects, classification, flowering plants, and ecology. Yeah, those come in item 1 and you will see as we attempted them. Here we come on element of construct 2. A learner understands how plants obtain and use nutrients to meet their energy requirements, during which raw materials and products are carried to and from various organs. Here we look at nutrition in plants and animals and transport in plants and animals. So we go to number 3. A learner understands how mammals obtain and use nutrients to meet their energy requirements, during which raw materials and products are carried to and from their various organs. There we look about respiration in animals, nutrition in animals, transport in animals, excretion in animals. So here basically element of construct 3, it looks about animals. Then we go to element of construct 4, where a learner appreciates how the human body coordinates various activities and adjusts to ensure normal functioning of the body. Here we look about the coordination in animals and locomotion in animals. So even this element of construct talks about only animals. Then a learner appreciates how characteristics are inherited in living things and passed to generations through reproduction and manifested as the organism grows. Here we look about the genetics, variations, reproduction, and growth. This is element of construct 5 and it usually comes as number 3. Yeah, that is the paper 1 elements of construct. So we are going to paper 2. Paper 2, we have 2 elements of construct, and one says a learner appreciates science inquiry skills. This comes as item 1, and we have photo tests, soil experiments, osmosis, and enzyme activity. Yeah, it comes as item 1 in the paper 2. Another one, a learner appreciates structures and functions of living organisms. Yeah, here there we look about lower plants, flowers, fruits, leaves, arthropods, and bones and teeth. Yeah, that is the element of construct in the paper 2. So we are going to also look about the structure of the biology paper. Basically, let us first look at paper 1. This paper takes a duration of 2 hours and 30 minutes and has a total of 7 items in 2 sections, A and B. Section A has 3 compulsory structured examination items. These items are set from element of construct 2, 4, and 5. Section B has 2 subsections, part 1 and part 2, which each part having 2 examination items. A learner is supposed to attempt 1 item from each part from this section. Examination items for section B are set from elements of construct 1 and 3. So each item has a maximum of 15 scores. So we look about also the structure of the biology paper 2. This is a practical paper for the new lower secondary school curriculum biology, and it focuses on two elements of construct. Element of construct is 6 and 7. The paper has two examination items. Item 1 assesses basing on element of construct 6, and it aims at scientific investigation. The learner is required to design, perform an investigation, write a report, and make conclusion basing on what he or she has performed. Item 1 assesses food tests, soil experiments, osmosis, and enzyme activity, where item 2 is assessed basing on element of construct 7, and the following areas are assessed, where I have the arthropods, the bones and teeth, the leaves, fruits, flowers, and others. So there are mainly 3 questions from this item, and they always follow the order below. Identification of the specimen using observable features, suitability of the parts to the survival of the specimen, and drawing skills. Here, the maximum number of specimen set for item 2 is always 4.